Christmas brought so much joy. Couldn't wait for the presents and laughter. I couldn't sleep late at night, looking for Santa with lights. Those are the memories I still remember. Then I became a man, lost sight of who I am, but right in front of me was the answer. 'Cause on Christmas I feel joy, and I turn back to a boy. The answer is to stay young forever. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song.
Hello, Star Wars fans. You know, there's just 48 days until Christmas 2025. Oh, and Sunday, just 2 days from now, is my first appearance for the season. I'll be in Columbus, Ohio at the National Veterans Memorial and Museum. And we'll be there from 12 to 4, I think 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. for the Veterans Day Memorial they do every year. And they have Toys for Tots there and Santa and Mrs. Claus. So one of my best friends is going to be there to appear as Mrs. Claus. I'll be there as Santa. So Sunday, just 2 days from now, Santa's going to start showing up. You're going to see me out and about here and there. In fact, Friday, just a week from today, I'm going to be at the Columbus Zoo for several hours into the evening for the wild lights. They call it the holiday lighting they do. Oh, Christmas season is upon us. I know Thanksgiving's not even here. What are you talking about, Santa? Calm down. It's not time yet. Oh, I know, but here we are. Here we are nonetheless. So it's good to see you all here. Thanks for being here, you guys. And you know, you guys interacting with the show here, doing what you do, talking with each other, giving me up a hard time. That's all fantastic. It helps the channel a lot. Lets us know that you are engaged with the show. You're engaged with the content. And I get reports every month that just blow my mind on the number of interactions and minutes watched and all of that. This last week was really, really good. So last month was really good. Considering where we are with Star Wars content, it's fantastic. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We got some fun things, I think. We're going to kind of get into a little bit. But yeah, just say hi to everybody who's here. And I saw Skywalker's Academy. First one in the door. Hello there. Oh, you're a bold one. Yeah, good to see you, Skywalker's Academy. And Star Wars Fits. Good to see you too, my friend. You know, I saw your comment. And here's the thing. If you're naughty, I'm going to make you watch the full episode. I know you only made it like 2.5 minutes, two and a third minutes. The last time you tried to watch episode 9, season 3. If you're naughty, you're going to have to watch the whole thing. You keep it up, I'm going to put it on a repeat. You better behave yourself. Oh, there you go. Season 3 is winning by a large margin. Yeah, well, I asked, what's your favorite season of Visions? Season 1, season 2, season 3? And I know that some people, Visions isn't your thing. There's a couple reasons for that. One, not everybody's into animation. It's not their thing. Secondly, it's not canon. So, it's weird stuff. I don't want to watch it. I don't care for it. I only care about the canon stuff and mostly live action, and beyond that, movies. So don't care for this other nonsense. So, hey, that's fair. If that's not for you, it's not for you. I have an opinion. We'll get into it here in a little bit. Finish saying hello to you all. Nick, hope you had a great vacation. We did. Look, I tell you guys, the Upper Peninsula of that state up north. In fact, when you go across the Mackinac Bridge, they call it the up north up there. So they call themselves the up north. You go to the up north across the Mackinac Bridge. That is just beautiful, beautiful scenery up there. Tons and tons of just wilderness, absolute wilderness, nothing. You come upon these small little towns and they're tiny, like no stoplight kind of towns. Kind of, if you think of like videos you've seen of Alaskan settlements, it's a lot like those. It's a lot like Alaskan settlements. A lot of these little towns in the up north are like that. It's absolutely gorgeous up there. Absolutely gorgeous. We plan to go back next year, probably go a little bit earlier, like in September. But we'll see. Plans change, things happen. So there's all of that. Let's see who else we had. I saw we've got. I know we've got at least one more person in the. And thank you for this, Star Wars Fits. The Chosen Pun. Chosen Pun is the way that you get the link to find Mike Porter. Mike Porter, he is the Chosen Pun. He gives us a dad joke of the week. We have another Star Wars dad joke today. He sent me one last week too, even though we were on vacation. So love Mike Porter. Make sure you're following him on that X thing, whatever. Oh, and Discord. This is where we're doing things all the time. So make sure you're interacting with us there. I'm on there every day, all the time, posting different content there. Baymax, good afternoon. Oh, thanks for being here. Your package should be arriving any moment now. I saw that it is in your neck of the woods. It's floating around. I think it's out for delivery. You're going to get that very soon. Sent Baymax a package earlier this week, and it should be showing up today. Who else do we have here? The Christmas season means one thing: no pay, no rest. Oh, no dinner for the elves. Oh, no, I play savior to all the greedy little kids. Well, fulfilling wishes. Those are things that I absolutely love the Christmas season. It's a ton of fun. What else we have here? Black looked like an acid trip. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit. We're going to definitely, 2 reindeer towns. Absolutely 2 reindeer towns. In the up north, that's, look, it's God's country up there. It's fantastic. So there's that. I got a note that said, Cat was disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. And I just got another message that said, successfully connected. So hopefully I'm still connected with you guys here, and we're still there. Roslyn, Alaska, the home of Northern Exposure. Look, these towns that I went through were much smaller than that. I mean, they're like a one gas pump kind of thing, where the store inside the gas station is the only restaurant in town. And that's about it. So just beautiful up there. Real Ben Maynard. Hello, sir. Says hello there. Hope you guys had a great week. Always fun to end the week hanging out with you. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. It is a lot of fun to get to hang out with you guys. Santa needs to stop simping for Ray and pay the elves. No, I won't. I won't do it. I'm a Ray simp. I'm going to keep simping for her. Love Ray. Ray Skywalker. She's for me. Let's talk about this season of Visions. We got a lot of things. Oh my goodness. The chat's still working. So there's that. We got a lot of things to talk about today. We're going to talk about the Visions season 3. We'll go through the episode, and I think we're going to try to put them onto. Hello there, Omar does YouTube. Hey, good to see you. Hey, we're going to talk about Visions season 3. We're going to do one of those tier lists where we take each episode and put it on the tiers. We'll do that, and then we've got some. I do remember you, Omar. You were here just a couple weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, something like that. Thanks. I haven't checked your channel out yet, so hit me up on Discord. Remind me, or shoot me a DM on Twitter, or YouTube or whatever, shoot me a message, remind me. I want to check out your channel and try to catch it. Baymax says, I've only watched the first three. The Duel sequel is awesome. There's a lot of very good visions. We've got some stuff from this new guy on the scene, the Morai Messenger. We've got some stuff on Ahsoka season 2, more photos and set pictures, stuff like that. We've got some discussion about the Mandalorian and Grogu, and I've got some things to open. I've got one right here on my desk. We're going to open. I've got another one sitting beside me here to open, and a couple of things here, and then we'll try to get back into this Cantina build. And if we have time, we'll get into that as well. Baymax says the sequel to Ninth Jedi is not as good as Part 1, in my opinion. Hopeful the dedicated series is better. I agree. The sequel wasn't as good, but it was still good. Not as good, but good. That's fair. And I'm very much looking forward to it. Yes, I definitely know Meg. Meg is a good friend of mine. Meg's a wonderful person. So let's get into it first. We've got. Let me share my screen with you guys. Share screen. And it says, "Haven't seen Visions. Is it any good?" I think it's pretty good. I think it's overall pretty good. So we've got all these. This is the tier maker thing, right? We've got S. Those are your top tier. Those are like super, right? And then A, B, C, and D. We'll go through each of the episodes, and I reviewed them on my Discord. If you've been there, you'll see those. But we'll go through these in order. I think. Let me just back up to where I was going through them so I get this right. Here, season 3, episode 1 is The Duel. So The Duel, I really liked the animation style. It's right here, The Duel Payback. The animation style is fantastic. The story in this I thought was compelling. It was very, very well done. The characters, all of it, excellent. I gave it a 9 out of 10, which I think I'll put it for now. I'll put it up here in the A tier, right? A tier for The Duel. It's close to my favorite episode of the season. It's got a lot to like, and it was good. There's nothing objectionable. Put it that way. Nothing objectionable at it in it at all. Right? What do you guys think? The Duel. Would you give it S tier, A tier? Where are you guys on this episode? Assuming you watched it, where would you put The Duel? I'm just looking at the poll. It says, "What's your favorite season of Visions?" 57% say season 3. Fitz, yeah, you're testing me, aren't you? That's one watching of episode of Black. You owe me one full watch of Black. Okay, I'm just going to keep count. You owe me one. Keep it up. I'll give you another one. Behave. You better do it. The Duel. Real Ben says he gives it an A. Fitz agrees, a 9 out of 10. I agree. I really liked it. I liked it a lot. It's for like Legends, for expanded universe, for just a certain point of view kind of story. Very, very good. All right. Episode 2, season 3, episode 2, The Song of Four Wings. Hello, Sabersmith. Hello there. Oh, good to see you. Thanks for being here. The story of The Song of Four Wings. Now, this one I thought was it had some things I liked, some things I didn't. I gave it the music. Let me just put this up here on the board. The music, I gave it a 10 out of 10. It was very, very good. No, I gave it a negative 10 out of 10. Sorry. Negative 10 out of 10. Terrible. Sorry, I got confused. This is not Star Wars, right? The Song of Four Wings, music, not Star Wars. I expect something orchestral. I expect something more, uh, orchestral. I when you get into the pop and other kind of genres, it's not for me. Absolutely not for me. Negative 10 out of 10 on the music. It was a big distraction. Took away from my enjoyment of the episode as a whole. Not good. The animation, 8 out of 10. I liked it a lot. It was for anime. It's anime. It's good. The anime style, very prevalent. Very good for people fans of that art style. Great. Characters, I gave it a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 because I didn't like the sidekick. This sidekick for me was a distraction, annoying, didn't like at all. I like the main character, the sidekick, not for me. And then lastly, originality, I gave it a 10 out of 10. Great references to classic Star Wars imagery and story elements. I did like some of the look of it. So I think as a whole, when you boil it all down on this, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. A 75 out of 100 is a C. So I'm going to put it B tier because we have this S that's above A. So for me, the Song of Four Wings, B tier. I could be pushed down to C, but I think for now I'll leave it there. What are you guys on the Song of Four Wings? Let me get caught up with the chat. I saw Ihadja showed up. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here. Let's see. I go all the way back up. I know the Kinema Citrus episode's the best. I think there are 3. Let's see. I'd rather be in New York City and watch Black. Well, you better behave yourself, Fitz. I'm just telling you. The second episode was not it. I agree. Fitz also 7 out of 10. There's Ihadja. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hello there. Very good. So many things this season. Awesome cantinas, great droids and creatures. The Smugglers was my favorite. Smugglers is very good. We're going to talk about that one here in just a little bit. But where do you stand on the Song of Four Wings? I give it a B, 7.5 out of 10. Let's see. Who else do we have here? It was fine. Just fine. See, that's where, Ben Lanza is a C. So just down. I could be talked into a C. If we were sitting at a coffee shop just hanging out and talking, you could talk me into a C on that for sure. Brandon Alvarez. Brandon. Hello, Brandon Alvarado. Good to see you. Remember to hit the like, subscribe. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Remembered my name pronunciation. Yes, I did. Roger. Ihadja. Right. I remembered. It just took me once. All right. So Song of Four Wings, I gave a B. The third episode, The Ninth Jedi, Child of Hope. The Ninth Jedi, I gave it a 10 out of 10. Look, I know it's not as good as season 1, Ninth Jedi, but this one's still quite good. The Ninth Jedi, for me, peak Star Wars. It has all the right Star Wars elements in it. I love the story. I thought it was great. This character trying to deal with her ability to use the Force. The droid that involved it. This whole thing was fantastic. I really, really liked it. Child of Hope, the music, the score, everything. Perfect. For what it is. Perfect for what it is. For me, I put this whole Visions thing in sort of its own category. And is it a fun thing to watch? Ninth Jedi was a fun thing to watch. It felt like Star Wars to me. Brandon, Visions Season 3 is my favorite season. Can't wait for Ninth Jedi series next year. Me too. I'm very excited for that. Very, very excited for that. Fitz is a 10 out of 10. Ben says 10. Not as good as the first, but the thing is, it's a good lead up. I agree. peak storytelling. Indeed. Oh, peak storytelling. I absolutely agree, Sabersmith. So we'll put the Ninth Jedi, Child of Hope, right up there at the very top. Okay, season 3, episode 4, The Bounty Hunters. So let's grab the Bounty Hunters and put it on the board here. This episode was different. I did like the modified droideka that they used as a bit of a mech in it. I like the battle. This evil switching back and forth droid, the co-pilot guy here, great personality. I love the dichotomy of the two different personalities he brought to the table. Good character. The bounty hunter herself, I enjoyed quite a bit. I thought she did a great job. They dealt with the slavery issue, which has been an issue in Star Wars since the beginning. Right? You go back to Phantom Menace. Now, we didn't deal with slavery a whole lot in the original trilogy. We did have Jabba the Hutt and what he had going on there. But outside of that, it wasn't a big thing in the galaxy. You get to Phantom Menace, and boy, it's right there in your face. You go back to the Clone Wars animated series, and certainly we had slavers in the galaxy. Slavery is a thing in Star Wars. It's something that has never been truly dealt with fully. Right? It's still there. In fact, I'm currently reading this Last Order, the book that involves Janna and Finn following the rise of Skywalker. I'm over 75% of the way through that book, and let me just tell you, 75%. I'm like chapter 32 or 31, something like that. Of 30 plus chapters in the book, only 3 so far have occurred after Rise of Skywalker. All of the rest happened before The Force Awakens. Not at all what I expected when I ordered the book, but I'll tell you, the backstory for Finn and Janna, quite good. And we end up with some slavery-ish kind of themes going through there as well. Really good story. And I enjoyed that in the Bounty Hunters, they addressed it. It was something dealt with. The action, the score, all really good. Excellent inclusion of Star Wars themes. For all of that, I'm going to put it right after the duel. Now, I saw that you said that this was your favorite. It's my third favorite. Give me a little grace. We don't have to be exactly on the same page, but I thought it was really, 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 really good. It's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. How is that a real world problem? Yeah, because we still have human trafficking going on in the real world today. A couple of slavery episodes in the Clone Wars series. Yes, that's what I was talking about, the cloners. So, really good episode. I liked it a lot. I put it all the way up there. Third favorite of the season. So, put it right there. Next. What's next? After the bounty hunter, scroll down. Let's see. Yuko's treasure. Okay, let's go down and grab Yuko's treasure down here. Okay, it's the one with the teddy bear droid. Weird. First of all, I was like, oh no, what are we doing here? What on God's green earth is this? What on Tatooine, sandy planet, is this nonsense? Like, Yuko's treasure took place on Tatooine. You had the Cantina was in there. You had kind of the typical Star Wars stuff. A lot of good Star Wars in this episode. Yuko's treasure, though, boy, it was a little strange. Ended up, her parents were killed. There were lots of similarities to other stories we've seen in Star Wars. Nice references to Tatooine. It was enjoyable. That's all I can say. Enjoyable. Star Wars Meg, hello. Oh, good to see you, my friend. Yes, we had a question earlier. They asked me, aren't you friends with Meg? I am friends with Meg. Good to see you. Meg, thanks for stopping in. Um, yeah. Slavery's not being advocated. Clearly, it's a bad thing in Star Wars Galaxy. It is, but they never really like. They tend to turn their eye to it, right? Even Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan weren't like, "This must stop. We're shutting down your slavery enterprise now. We're freeing all of them. Not having it." They didn't do that, right? The Jedi were like, "Well, you can keep them. We'll buy this one from you. We'll let them free, but then be nice." And they left, right? So, yeah, Yuko's Treasure, 6 out of 10 for me. I'm getting a little fed up with Tatooine. That's a lot of Tatooine. He's got a juicy video for tonight. I'm looking forward to hearing your Meg's Cantina content, Meg. You've been hyping it up quite well. Looking forward to hearing some of your original score material, the music you've written and produced and performed. Very much looking forward to that. Let's see. Okay. So where do you stand on Yuko's Treasure? For me, did nothing bad, but also, yeah, I put it right above Song of Four Wings. I'll put it on that B tier level. And I think that's the best I could do for Yuko's Treasure, B tier. Again, like Song of Four Wings, I could be talked to putting it into C. Yuko's Treasure, I think, performed what it needed to do to be just a fun episode. So we'll put it there. The next, after Yuko's Treasure, we have The Lost Ones. Okay, let's go down here and get The Lost Ones. Right, The Lost Ones. Now, this was, let me see. Yeah, we had the former master and the former apprentice meeting up. If somebody loses an arm, it's Star Wars, right? They definitely got an arm cut off. It was a decent episode as a whole. Let's see, what did I write about this? As a huge fan of the animation, story's strong, score is good, characters are good, no complaints. For me, it goes up here on above Yuko's Treasure. I'll put it after The Bounty Hunters. Really good. I liked it overall. Enjoyed it overall. So I'll put it up there last on the A tier list. Fitz says The Lost One was good, not my favorite. Didn't know Star Destroyers had holodecks. No, that's a new one. Right? Holodecks in Star Wars. Yeah, that's not a thing. But apparently it is a thing if you want it to be a thing. Remember in Clone Wars when Obi-Wan and them, they took on the shape-shifting? Right? They decided they used the special stuff and did shape-shifting, took on the identities of others. It's like taking that polyjuice potion in at Hogwarts, take the polyjuice potion and you can look like somebody else. Remember when Obi-Wan did that in Clone Wars? I was like, what is this nonsense? We don't do polyjuice potion in Star Wars. Get on out of here with that nonsense, right? So, not my favorite. And that's canon. Here we've got Visions, holodeck. I'll give him a little grace, right? I give him a little bit. Yes, another Arm Wars moment. Yeah, somebody lost an arm. It's real Star Wars. Yeah, good. Yeah, Meg, I like this season. I liked it too. Meg has a hot take, though. Meg definitely has a hot take. I'm still trying to just deal with it. Right? I've seen what you said about a certain episode, and I'm like, no. We'll get there, Meg. What's my hot take? You'll know. You'll see. We'll get there in just a minute. I thought it was weird. Her master had more beautiful hair than most women. Well, I had you. I've got hot cakes been baking. Yeah, we've got a wedding shower coming up Sunday. Our youngest daughter Kayla's coming in from Kansas City, and my wife's been preparing. In fact, she's up there cutting stems off of flowers and making bouquet arrangements and stuff right now. It's been quite the process. My oldest daughter, Shay, is going to be baking for the bridal shower too. Didn't someone in the season get a lightsaber to the stomach and survive again? We're gonna. Yeah, Meg knows her hot take. We're gonna get there in just a second, Meg. All right, the next episode, the smuggler. Now, this I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, but this story is almost a rinse and repeat of A New Hope. It's almost exactly with doing gender swapping, almost an exact retelling of A New Hope with gender swapping, name changes, right? So you've got the girl who is force sensitive, and you get the old Jedi under disguise, the Kenobi character, and then you've got the apprentice type that was there. They have to buy their way off of the planet. They have to, like, all these things. It's a new hope. It's a new hope. It's a new hope. I was like, oh, I see what they're doing here. New Hope is Star Wars. That's Star Wars all day. But and it was different. It wasn't like we just gender swapped the whole thing, and it wasn't a gender thing. Right? It wasn't about that. It was just different. And so the smuggler, I Hello there. I went away. Now I'm back. How long was I gone? Oopsie. Yeah. Something happened. I went away. Now I'm back. Oh no. Hello there. Elves revolting. I'm going again. It took me out again. Twice. That's twice. You knock it off there, elves. I've had it. I've had it. That's all right. We got to keep my eye on it because it keeps dropping me out of the chat. The smuggler. I keep going away. The smuggler I thought was fine. The theme perfect. It was Star Wars. I'm going to move it B tier right in front of Yuko's Treasure. I thought it was better than Yuko's Treasure. Rushed themes. A New Hope is a full-length movie. This tried to do the whole movie in 23 minutes. It needed more time. It needed to tell the story because it was changing elements of New Hope. It really needed a little more time to develop. I appreciate what they were trying to do. Nothing offensive in it, but it just didn't quite make it. Right? Kathleen Kinney's going to be more energy for the new content. I get the reference. Meg, I see you. I see you. I see you, my friend. I'll strike back. You're not shilling hard enough. Shill harder. I try. All right. Next episode, The Bird of Paradise. Okay, this one to me, it had this pacing thing where it's like day 1, day 2, day 3. Weird. The art, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous animation, beautiful, stunning. Right, something you could watch over and over. The style of it was fantastic. What did I give it when I watched it the first time? Um, yeah, I said the story was confusing and unsatisfying. Right, battling to destroy the dark side of herself. She was made blind, and then she was dealing with this dark side of her own personality, and that became like the dark side cave kind of thing. Um, Somewhat confusing. I didn't like the pacing. I didn't care for that. I'm going to put Bird of Paradise C tier. This one I can't bump it up. This one for me, C tier. Bird of Paradise, not my favorite. Not my favorite. I'm still here. I'm still here. Wait. You guys, animation certainly different. I liked it. Not the story so much. A bit confusing. 5 out of 10 fits. Skywalker's Academy. Oh no! Nice visuals of the Force in this episode. I agree. Like I said, you could watch this. I could watch this episode over and over again, just for the visual, the the stunning visuals of it. We'll not have any of this, Meg. We're fully capitalism here at the North Pole. There's none of this kind of nonsense here. We'll not have it. And besides that, the elves don't want it. They look. They tell me all the time. We love what we do. We do what we love. Santa, just let us keep doing it. More hours, sure. We wish we could work 25 hours a day. 24 isn't enough. The elves, they love working 24 hours a day. What would make them happier is to work 25 hours a day. That's what they live for. That's you guys are hilarious. Okay. All right. Bird of Paradise, I gave it a C. You ready? Black. What was this? Lawsy mercy. This episode. Woo! I started watching it. First of all, music. No. That's all I got to say about the music. No. Get it on out of here. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Animation style. Ugh. Rough. Now, they kept stylistically, I understand what it is. It is what it is. Not my favorite. Not good. Not good. Animation, not good. Score. Get it out. No. It's a no. The story of this, I get it. As a veteran, as somebody I'm doing the Veterans Memorial for Santa Claus this weekend. I'll be out there Sunday. They got me again. Look, but if I don't shield, they take me right off. No, look. I appreciate the PTSD, the issues, the struggles that veterans go through. I'm familiar with it. I've been in the presence of lots of veterans who are mentally disabled following their tour, physically disabled, who've gone through terrible, terrible things. And I appreciate that. I appreciate this episode tried to reflect some of the horrors of war from the soldier's perspective. I did not appreciate what they did, though. Yikes. It was terrible. Characters terrible. Overall, D is too generous, right? I think that this episode should not even be an episode. I said it on Discord. I said, somebody need to put this in the garbage instead of. I said garbage, and they took me out. Somebody could have said no. This is the point where somebody just says, you know what? We appreciate the effort. Thanks for turning in the assignment, but no, we're not doing it. Not having it. We're not putting it in. Right? 8 episodes feels right. 9 episodes feels too much. And by the way, no thanks. Right? Somebody should have turned it off. Meg says the last episode was the only departure from the Vision's norm. Well, it was a departure. Certainly a departure. That's one way to put it. Wow. Yowza. Yowza. For me, no. It's terrible. Terrible. And like Fitz said, he only made it like 2 minutes through it. He stopped. He's like, nope, can't take it anymore. Not going to watch another 20 minutes of this. Yeah, not a fan of it. Man, El Festo. You guys are funny. Peanuts chewing the cable. Yeah, we keep losing the Vision when talking Visions. It's ironic. This helps. Let's see what else. Can we talk about the Legacy of Vader comic? Or am I disappearing again? Well, there's a Vader book coming out next week that I am super excited for. We'll talk about it next time. But that's a bit of a horror kind of genre. It looks fantastic. One of the books I'm most excited for this year, 2025, for sure. The Vader book that's coming out next week looks top notch. Looks great. So definitely look forward to that. Manifesto. You guys are killing me. Ben says, I have the Vader book already pre-ordered. Me too. It's already ordered. It's ready to go. I checked it Wednesday just to make sure because I was like, I need to have this book the day it releases. Nearly finished Riptide. Okay, that's an old EU book. So you guys, I appreciate the chat. You guys are fantastic. All right, let's get into some other topics. Right? So overall, as a whole, for me, Visions season 3, an excellent season. A nice improvement over season 2. I thought they did a great job. Really did a great job. OSHA Fest. That'd be great. Manifestos died to get us this information. Hilarious. No, I'm not going to say that. All right. We have other news. And I don't know if you guys have been following. Most of us, I think, have become aware of this new this new source that showed up on Twitter, and we see lots of reports coming out of it. Morai the Messenger. Morai the Messenger has given us some more Ahsoka content today. And I've got some other things to share as it goes for Ahsoka season 2. Yeah, 10 out of 10 with no. The only way that they made Astro Boy was acceptable at all was by doing black. Black, the quality of black makes Astro Boy look top tier, right? You guys know all my triggers. Absolutely. The only droid that I actually cheered for when she died, I was like, thank heavens that droid is gone. She couldn't take it. Let's say so Morai the Messenger. Look, the Plagueis in the Plagueis novel is like post-Cross in the Last Order novel. It says a book set after the events of Rise of Skywalker. And so far, 3 out of 30 plus chapters have been after Rise of Skywalker. Plagueis in the Plagueis book is about the same. Like, Death thought Visions 3 was great, even black. Ooh, Oh, good for you. Star Wars fans might be divided on a lot of things. 99% of people want the ninth episode eliminated from existence. Yes. Yes. Except Meg and a couple others, right? Yeah. 3 chapters. Baldemnik and his serpent things he tries to avoid. Well, I mean, somewhat. I mean, he's in the first 3 chapters. It's not all about him. In fact, before you get this, he dies. In the prelude to the whole book, before you even get to chapter 1, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Like you can just read the prologue and be like, "Oh, he's dead." 10 of us tried. Yeah, that's true too. But also Plagueis. You're like, "Oh, the dude's dead." Okay, and then you read the rest of it. So, but anyway, we've got Morai the Messenger. He gave us another just a couple of hours ago. Gave us a new story, a couple of shots. Says, here's the Morai exclusive. Says, back in late July, there's a grueling but very rewarding week of mysterious night shoots happening for Ahsoka Season 2. We've now been told that one unit was shot at Pinewood Studios, doing Peridia-related scenes. And then the other was down the road, likely in the forest. The latter location, the one at the forest, said involves some ominous lighting and lots of fog machines. Do you guys think that's? I'm thinking that's like Night Sisters. That's like got to be part of Dathomir, right? That'd be my guess. He goes to Camino and then he's all emo, and the Camino is like, "Hey, what's up, friend? How you doing?" No, he's the Flash. In the first chapter of Plagueis, Plagueis is running through like the Flash, and all I can see is from Big Bang Theory when Sheldon is running around in his Flash outfit, going zoom, 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 zoom. That's how I imagine when I read Plagueis, and I see him running like the Flash. I see him running across the beach, going zoom, 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 like Sheldon. Meg, you almost made me say something naughty. Almost. Almost. So it says also no confirmation yet on what's in this universe location, but the fog and lighting could very well be Dathomir. More specifically, up in the mountain forests of Dathomir. Yes, we shall see. More to come. I don't know. I got to talk to your girlfriend. There you go. Just leave it there. Let me bring up. There's some images. Hold on. I've got a whole bunch of images here. Let me get maybe all the way here. Oh, here. So when we talk about this planet with the fog and the spooky lighting and all of that, there's this image. We had some from the concept art. And you can see here Ahsoka and Sabine next to this like cave structure. Cave's got 2 eyes and a mouth. It's kind of a gaping maw. You may have seen this before from like the side. It looked more like a wolf's snout coming out. From here, we're kind of on front of it, so you can't see it quite as well. And then you've got these like zombie-looking kind of creatures walking up the way. It makes me think that it's a wolf because Dave Filoni, right? Right. Yeah, is the guy on the right undead? It looks like a couple of them are. Maybe this guy on the right, this guy here, right? A couple of them look like that. Yeah. So I think that you remember back in the Rebels, there was a scene where Ezra and them, they go through this cave structure, and it takes them like to the other side of the planet, and there's some interaction there with the Lost Wolves and the whole bit, right? Could it be that this cave is some sort of way where Ahsoka and Sabine get from the Night Sister planet in Peridia to the Night Sisters on Dathomir? Be crazy. Be absolutely crazy. I don't think that's what it is, but could it be? Well, it could be. They can do whatever they want, right? Who knows? But you see them here. This definitely looks more like what we would expect to see on Dathomir. I don't think this is Ahsoka and Sabine on Peridia. I could be wrong there as well. The mythologies, whatever they decide. So maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know for sure. So I got that image. We've got several other images. Let's get back to the Morai messenger here. Morai, the messenger. And see, there's some other posts. You've probably already seen all of these. This from November 3rd. We've got this like grassy plain here. And Morai saying it's most likely Peridia, where we've got this grassy plain, sort of the same idea going on there. We've got some stuff. Here's another close-up of that. Go back to October 31st, last Friday, and they posted this picture from Fallen Order, and this picture is some rocks, right? So they're saying, could there be a similar kind of connection like that? To me, it looks like a half-buried Zepho on that hill. Ooh, maybe. We do see lots of connection to the Zepho, so that could absolutely be the case. And then I think you guys have seen this image. This green line to me, this is concept art. The green line to me represents everything from the green line up would be CG stuff. The green line down would be physical set. You see Ahsoka in front of there. So Morai the Messenger. If you're not following him on Twitter, you probably should. We're getting lots of good content here for Ahsoka. And I wanted to show you something else. There's a scene. Let me get over here. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me just scroll down. Scroll down right here. Morai the Messenger. So you see Ahsoka here, and we've got an entrance in this giant robot-like creature here. She's getting ready to do battle. So we've got this, and then if you see this from Mandalorian, the Mando-Grogu movie, you've got a robot, the one-eyed kind of hulking kind of thing. This one's got several, but just the overall look of it. And then I got these from Baymax, sent me these images. Here's some images from, I want to get this right. This comes from KOTOR Comics, right? So we got the KOTOR Comics version here, right? These look from the KOTOR Comics. Compared to this, they're the same, right? Very similar, very same-ish, right? But it also, I think, if you look from these images, and then you get these from, this was from Ahsoka, from Clone Wars, season 7, one of the Clone Wars, no, not 7, where Ahsoka did the walkabout, and then she ended up with the Martez sisters. Remember that? Yeah, they ended up being heavy load lifter droids. So they didn't use this concept. But you see in the concept art, you have this kind of hulking droid figure with the head in the middle like that. Similar. There's differences for sure, but there's a lot of similarity, right? We see this one in the Mando-Grogu trailer, but then look at this, right? To me, it feels the same-ish, right? So we may actually see some of this come to fruition in live action. We've seen it before, is concept art that didn't make it, right? This didn't make it into the Clone Wars, right? It ended up being load lifters, but maybe we'll get something similar, right? So I wanted to show those. We've got some other images here. Let me just close some of these tabs so I don't get lost. I'm going to leave this one open. Other images. Here's Sabine fighting with some of these locals. I think this may have been from season 1, even. Not sure. Am I still here? Stop. Go. All right. Yeah, so we got these here. Here's the other concept art that we saw from Morai the Messenger from earlier. I just wanted to show these, right? We've got the X-Wings, A-Wings here. And then here's the Ghost. Got some E-Wings, an X-Wing there. Here's all lined out. So we're starting to get more information from Ahsoka season 2. And I keep hearing Mike, on A Guy Who Loves Star Wars, keep saying, but we don't have so many leaks from Mando-Grogu. Well, you're wrong. Yeah, you're just wrong, Mike. We have lots of leaks from Mando-Grogu. I already know probably half or more of the movie. I know how it ends. And we're going to get to something here in a second. The droids in Mando and Grogu were guard bots at the Hutts. Jabba did for a while in the comics, not Zepho, just big old droids. Yeah. He's probably the Horde warrior Shin takes on her side. Yeah, could be. I want to get to some of this other. Mando-Grogu, there was a poster that came out in Japan, and it kind of got a whole bunch of stuff started. So let me bring this back up. This new Mandalorian Grogu movie promo sparks concern about Pedro Pascal's Star Wars future. Pam Hill. Hello, everybody. Oh, hello, Pam. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Good. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Mando-Grogu sparks concern. This and the Mando and Grogu spoilers. Spilling treat. I will spill some. I will spill some. It's not my main gig, right? I'm not here. I'm not a leaker, and I'm friends with people who know things, and sometimes I get information, but that's not what my channel is about. Right? My channel, we just enjoy Star Wars. We talk about Star Wars. I try to keep it on topic, but when these stories come up, we'll talk about them. Mandalorian sparks concern, right? And what did it is that. It says it's a story of love and loss, right? It says, set a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, a new story of love and loss will open on the screen. Well, what is this love and loss? Boy, oh boy, that has gotten some speculation. That's gotten quite a bit of speculation. And if we just read through here, part of this says, is this going to be a tragedy with Din Djarin? Is Din Djarin going to die? You know, Mike, with A Guy Who Loves Star Wars, he loves speculating. Din's going to die. Every time any story comes out, every story, every Mando-Grogu story, Mike finds a way to make Din die. Right? Din Djarin, he's like, he's dead. He's dead. I'm telling you, he's going to die. Oh, did you hear Pedro Pascal is there? Oh, well, if Pedro Pascal is there, and he does a shot without his helmet. That means he's dead. But no, Mike's I love Mike, a guy who loves Star Wars. I love his channel. I enjoy watching him, but he's a knucklehead, right? He's funny. So yeah, the translation from Japanese, it could be too literal, and it could be, for a cultural message of loss and love and loss has a connotation to them that doesn't exactly apply to us. And so when you see that, it may not be what we think of in our heads. I can tell you with absolute certainty, 100% confidence, take it to the bank, take it as a leak if you want. I have firm information, and I can't go into all the details. Firm information. Din Djarin is very much alive at the end of the movie. Yeah, Mike's always selling death sticks. he loves to make. He loves to come up with these theories. They're fun. He's a great guy. They're fun theories, but he's wrong on this. He's not dying. Din Djarin not dead. Grogu not dead. Yeah, spill the tea on Wednesday. We do spill some tea. Sigourney Weaver's character not dead. Who else? Who else is he speculating could be dead? None of them. In fact, I'm sure maybe a character dies along the story. We know stormtroopers, they get, they're expendable. They get killed. But I don't know of a named character, like a consequential character in the movie who dies. I suppose there's some possibility that Imbo does. Just as a reminder, Imbo is in the movie. There's a possibility that Imbo dies, but I just don't know. We call him Mike Reaper for a reason. He's a one-man Death Star. Well, that's true. He likes to kill people off. He's the Reaper. Yeah, for sure. For Halloween, he should have dressed up as the Grim Reaper. He could have, his girlfriend. What's her name? She's a lovely girl, and she's more popular than he is. By the way, just when she comes on the show, she gets far more likes than Mike does, and I don't, it's just the way it is. but Samantha, that's it, Samantha. I knew you guys would give it to me. Samantha could have dressed up like Din Djarin, and Mike could have followed her around with the Grim Reaper, right? Like that would have been fun. That would have been a lot of fun. They're gonna Cad Bane Imbo, aren't they? They could. Imbo is the only one that I don't know his outcome. I know he's in the movie. I know he's involved in the movie. I also know that he's not in the first third of the movie. He doesn't show up until the second act. He's not in the first act of the movie. So Imbo is not like the main part of the story, but he is a part of. I mean, he is a main part of the story, but he's not the main part of the story. He's involved in it, but a third of the movie happens without him in it, and then we've got other things going on. So this love and loss story has gotten people speculating about all kinds of stuff, and I think Meg covered this maybe the best. I saw her video on it, and I've not seen anybody else cover it better. The love and loss. Love is most likely the relationship between Din and Grogu. Father, son, familiar love of a parent to a child. The child's love for his dad. That kind of love. That's the love. The loss, let's see, more tea to spill. Their homestead goes bye-bye. Right? The homestead is gone. Maybe it's the homestead being destroyed is the loss. And so, Din and Grogu are hanging out. Grogu's catching frogs in the little pond, and kaboom, gone. And now they're homeless. I don't know. Could be something like that. Meg covered it great. Star Wars Meg, good job, my friend. Good job. So there you go. That's it. I mean, that's the. I'm not expecting any major deaths or Thrawn. Yeah, Thrawn's not in it. Boba Fett, not in it. Katie Sackhoff, Bo-Katan, not in it. None of these characters are in the movie. None of them. At all. Like zero. No. You know who else is not in it? Oh, did I spill this one? I know this one too. I'll tell you what. Let me see. Pelimoto, not in it. There you go. Pelimoto's not in it. There you go. Somebody else that I know specifically not in it. right? Kind of pseudo soft reboot, back to the first season basics, more or less. Palpatine's not in it. Yeah. Luke Skywalker, not in it. Definitely not in it. Luke Skywalker, no. There's possibility of a Leia sighting in Ahsoka season 2, but Leia is not in it. Han, Lando, not in it. Right? None of them. Omega, not in it. Yeah. I mean, this is it's the way it is. Let me just share a couple other things here on the Mando-Grogu, and then we'll get on to some more fun. Right? Now, there's this other story, and I'll share my screen again. We have the Mandalorian and Grogu list adds Stubfield and Madeira to the cast. Another Shadow Council member, right? I know for sure that, and it mentions in here, so you got all the Shadow Council members, right? From Mandalorian season 3, where you had Moff Gideon there, and the Shadow Council members were giving him the rundown. This dude here is this dude over here. He is definitely in it. This guy here, and his name is mentioned down in here. Where is it? Gideon, Johnny Coyne, right? Johnny Coyne, 100% is in it. 100%. And I know part of the plot element involving that Shadow Council member specifically. Could that plot point that I know tie into these other Shadow Council members? Possibly. And this Shadow Council member, should we have Palian in it and the others? Absolutely. Right? They could absolutely be part of it. In fact, boy, oh boy. No, I'm not going to go there. There's more tea, but again, I'm not into the leaking business. If Jason or from MakingStarWars.net or Bespin Bulletin or even Morai, the messenger, want to share the story, I'll let them share the story, and then we can report on it. But there's more. I know so much more, and there's the idea that there are not leaks out there. They are out there. Just some of our major outlets have not reported it yet. And I don't want to be quoted as the source of a leak. That's not what I'm here to do. It happens from time to time because I let things spill. But what's the Shadow Council talking about that maybe they reference the blue guy? I know what they're doing. I know what the Shadow Council is doing. But I'm not going to report it. That's not for me to report, right? Not for me to report. If you're part of my Wednesday meetings, the one-on-ones with Santa that we do on Zoom, then you've heard me talk about it. I can share more next week if you want to know more. But that's where the things that happen in Zoom stay in Zoom. So if you're one of our members here or one of our patrons, every Wednesday we have a Zoom call where I can spill more tea than I will here on a live stream, right? What else do we have? I think that covers the major. I think that covers the major news bits. The Wednesday tea leaves treat. Yes, the Shadow Council doesn't always mean Thrawn is involved. Right. That's exactly right. Retreat. Yes. All right. I have a Mike Porter dad joke, and then I've got some things to open. We're not going to make it to the Cantina build today. I've kind of gotten long-winded on other stuff, but I do have a few things to share with you guys. One of them is right here. We're going to open this, and then I've got another one down here. So we're going to open some things. I'm going to continue to answer your questions, talk to you guys in the chat. And but I've got the Mike Porter dad joke. And for this one, I told Mike, I'm not sure I understand, Mike. I'm not sure I understand the joke. Maybe you guys get it. I'm probably thick-headed on it, right? So I sent a message to Mike and said, I don't think I get the full reference. So I'm not sure I'm going to deliver this fully, but here we go. Ready? The Mike Porter dad joke says, what was one of Han Solo's favorite sayings? What was Han Solo's favorite saying? One of his favorites. Well, it was, it says, I will be there in a Coruscant parsec. Like I'm going to be there in a hot minute. I'll be there in a hot minute. I'll be there in a Coruscant parsec. Is that what that is? I think so. Oh, Mike Porter, thank you for your dad joke. Look, Mike's great. He sent me a dad joke from last Friday. I'll share it with you guys because it's a fun one. He said, and it was more Halloween related because it was right there, October 31st, Halloween day. He said, what secret training do some Jedi do? What secret training do some Jedi do? Halloween themed. Get your head thinking Star Wars and Halloween. What secret training do some Jedi do? Well, they answer, they train to be Force ghosts after life and how to say boo at Halloween. Yeah, they learn to be Force ghosts and say boo at Halloween. There you go. Mike Porter dad joke. Thank you for that. Yeah, Jabba the Hutt minute. There you go. There you go, Ihaja. Very good. Very good. Look, I've got some more things to cover. I want to make sure if you guys need to get out of here, you can. I hope that you are able to hang out. And I've got some fun things to share. And we'll go right into that now. I'm still here. You're still here. We'll hang out. All right. So I want to go here into the toy close-up. Right here. I've got a package. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, Fitz says, how's the poll going? Here we go. Let me end the poll. It says, your favorite season of Visions. 61% say season 3. 11% say season 2. And 6% say season 1. 22% said, nah, Visions isn't for me. If you were to rank them, 1, 2, 3. Favorite, second, third. Well, how would you rank them? For me, it'd be 3, 1, 2. That's me. 3, 1, 2. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts. And I'll end the poll. All right. I've got this thing. I'm a participant in the YouTube Partner Program, and I got this package in the mail. Now, mine isn't cool. You guys know I don't have 100,000 subscribers. My goodness, I don't even have 10,000 subscribers. I don't have 10% of 100,000 subscribers. So you know what this is not? This is not one of their, silver plaques like Mike has, and I'm sure Meg has one. This is not one of those, right? This is from the partner program. I participated in the partner program. They had some things there. If you did a few things, you could get a prize, or reward, whatever. So I did the things, and they sent me a thing. So we're going to see what's in the thing. Yeah, you'll get to 100K in no time. Well, I don't know. I will or I won't. I'm just having fun talking Star Wars with you guys, right? Yeah. So what's in here? Yeah. Mike says it's a play button. It's a red play button. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a red play button. So we open this up right here. It's got a stand. Hold on. There's the play button right there. So that's that. And then let me go in here. Pull this. Ooh, it's got a user manual. User manual. It tells you all about the parts. I'm sure that those don't matter. Oh, it'll hold batteries. Ooh, how about that? Will it work if I just plug it in? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens if you just plug it in. I may have to get batteries, but we'll put it we'll, we'll put it where it'll be in the background back there someplace. Let's see. I think I've got a USB port on this near me here, and I can plug this into a USB port. Looking to see if I can find a USB port. I know I've got one on the monitor. Let's see. So what happens if I plug this in to this stand? Hold on. Yeah, it's just got a connector, a straight connector right there. And there's a plug down there. We'll take this, plug it in here. And then let's see, where's my USB port? Reach. Woo! Look at that! Oh boy! Look at that! That lights up very nicely. That lights up very, very nicely. I will put this back in the background there. Probably put it over here by the Falcon. Something like that, right? But look at that. I have a red play button. Woo! Look at me. How about that? That's a fun light. Mike doesn't have one of those, do you, Mike? Where are you? You've got one of those fancy silver ones, but do you have a plastic red one that lights up? Do you? Do you? I don't think you do. He probably does. I don't know. I have not seen it though. So we're just, I'm going to haze him until I see it. If I see it, then, then I'm out of luck. But, why not give him a hard time? He's a great guy. Got a great channel. Why not give him a hard time? All right. So then I've got this. I'm kind of excited about this because I ordered it a little bit late. You can see it's got my public mailbox there. But I ordered this late. It was already back ordered. I was like, am I going to get this or not? It's super, super popular for the holidays. It's another box. I've got a box to open. And it was back ordered. My friend Matt Risman was saying, "Oh, Sandy, you better order it quickly." I'm trying. So I ordered it, got back ordered. Matt got his ordered, and I think Matt probably already has his in hand as well. But I'm super excited to get this ordered. This is going to be fun, and we'll do this together here. But look at that! Look what I got! Look at this! I'm going to turn it around here. Pull this out. Look at this. I am so excited about this, you guys. Look at that. Look at that. How perfect. Star Wars Santa. I got myself a gingerbread AT-AT. We got Darth Vader. Gingerbread Darth Vader here. This is just, I'm super excited about this. It's got some great features. You got a little fireplace in there. See the fireplace? Look at that. Isn't that fun? It's got all the fun holiday things. You got some stockings. Fun. We're going to have a lot of fun putting this together. This will be a lot of, it should be a great time. I've also seen where they are developing a lighting kit for this so that the pegs on the side will light up, all of that. So this will be a lot of fun. We'll put this together once we get done with the Cantina build, which, by the way, I've been meaning to make more progress on, but I haven't done a good job. Let's just put this here. And here's what we're going to do. I want to make some progress on the Cantina build. Wait to get one. Yeah, love it. We're talking about doing something with the gingerbread ATs as well. Fantastic. Yeah, I see what they're making a lighting kit for it. And I may get the lighting kit if it comes out in time. We'll put the lighting kit together as well. So the next step of the Cantina is to put together some of these side alcoves, and this is a bit of a tedious process. So I don't want to get like caught way down in the weeds on the tediousness of it all. But let's go ahead and get some of the parts out. Give us a few more minutes to hang out here together, maybe another 10 minutes. We'll get the parts out. I'll show you what we've got to do, and then I'll do it off screen, and then we'll do the final assembly, because this is all we got left. We've got these 2 pages. This is a rinse and repeat. We got to do this several times, and then we get this main entrance, and we're done. Right? That's it. So let's get these parts out. So it says get in box 1, and you guys have probably seen these before. This is Fitz says have to head off. Have a great weekend. Catch up later. Oh, thanks, Fitz. Thank you so much. So we get in box 1. That's right here. And then it says, hold on. Oof. It says 1A. So we got to get, hold on a second. 1A. We got to get in here. This is box 1. Wants us to get down here to this piece here. This is what it's showing. Oh, this. Right, we got to get this piece out of here. We'll get that out. Right, so there we go. We get this piece out, and then it says 1B, do the same thing. I think there's 3 of them. So it wants us to get 1A, 1B, and then get the roofs. So let's go. This is A. B is the next tray down. So you pull this tray off. And then there's another tray underneath. And the tray underneath, here you go, you can see. And here's the next one, another alcove. There's that one. And it wants us to go ahead and get the last alcove out as well. Like I said, this is a rinse and repeat process. AB, well, it's 3 alcoves. So there's the third one. I'll set all 3 of these out. And then it wants these are the tops. And we'll talk about that a little more. If you're unfamiliar, these come off so that you can take pictures underneath. So we'll get these 3 out. Right. Then it says box 4. So we got to put tray A back in here. All right, we get tray A put back in. Close box 1. All right, so this is box 1. Oh, right there. See, box 1. We got to get box 4. All right, so down. Box 4. All of the Christmas Star Wars sets are fantastic. Yeah, they're awesome. This is my first. Well, no, I've got a couple of Lego Christmas ones over there. I'd love to have that Christmas tree, but it's like $300, $325 or something, like $330. Like, woo! That's a little pricey. All right, so in box 4 here, it says to get in tray B and get these 2 pieces out. So this is tray A on top. Set it off. And here's B. It wants us to get these 2 pieces out right here. And if you guys have done models in the past as, kids or as adults, this is common with models. All of these are things that are attached to, what you want are these are little lights, and they're attached to the frame there, and you just got to punch them all out. Right? These are cups and things. You just punch them all out like a one of those old models. So let's take the red lights out. We need the blue lights out. Red and blue. Right, that's what it wants out of here. Tray C is empty. Oh no, that's not C. This is. Yeah, that was tray C. No, this is the lid to B. That's the lid to B. All right, put the lid back on. You don't need this. Put A back on top. There's tray C down there. tray C down there. Put these in. Right, so there's box 4. Then we need in box. Oh, wait. Before I go further, I just looked ahead. So it said get these out of box 4, and then we're going to do all this assembly. And then we need a box 5A, B, but also tray 4A. We need this canister. So while I'm in box 4, let's get this canister out right here. Right. A substantial, like a salt shaker. So there we go. We'll get that out of there. And then that takes care of box 4A. Now we need a box 5. Sit down. Oof. Box 5, a big one. We need out of tray A, right here. It wants us to get this connector. That's it. We just need this connector. The end. And then we need in B, we got to get in the next tray down. Right, so they're stacked. Got to pull A off. Like that. B is underneath. Right. Side. And out of tray B, it wants us to get another connector over here in the corner. Right. This is a little more substantial connector here, a little wall piece. And then it wants us to get, that's it. A, B, or A. Got it. That's it. It's all of them. Put this tray back on top. There we go. Get the tray set back on top there. Set that back in. And I think that's all of the pieces. Right. I think that's all the pieces for this next step. Right. So wanted all 3 of these arches. Right. So we got all 3 of those. Right. That's all 3 of these. Then it wanted these 3 roof pieces. Right. For each of the alcoves. We got all 3 of those here. Right. And then the red lights, the blue lights here, and then the dividers. And basically what this involves now is the real tedious stuff. I have to get my Santa glasses on here. And the way this works from here is you take a red light off of the stand here. You just do one, right? So you show you guys. You twist this off. Okay. There, I've got a red one. And now let me see if it shows. Yeah. So, oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, this goes over there. Okay, never mind. Let me just take one of these roof pieces. Right? There's several of these holes here, and it shows you in these holes, they're in the roof piece here. It goes red, blue, blue, red. Right? And there, red, blue, blue, red. On the inside here. So you just, you got to take this little piece and plug it in. Right, we're going to take this tiny little piece, plug it in to the hole there. There we go. Like that. And we got to repeat that over and over again. So there's a red. We need 2 more blues. I'll just do this one as an example. And then we'll call it. There's one blue, another blue. Get this out. Come on. And another red. There's two tiny little blue ones there. Get one more red one out. And then get this out. And then there we go. All right. We have one red there. And these are kind of shaped. There's a skinny end and a skinny long end and a little fatter short end. The long end goes into the hole there. And there's two red. And then I saw the question, Baymax. I have. I'll answer the question since you brought it up, and we're in the bonus time here. All right, so there you go. Red, blue, blue, red. And you rinse and repeat. Now, a nice thing about this is you can put lights on the outside, and then on the inside, these things will light up. Like if you put a LED strip or an LED source right in this panel, then the lights here will light up. All right. So you got to do this for all of these, and then of course you got to do the others. So you can see I've got to put in a couple of red markers there, and then I got to put all these together. I got to put some more a red and a blue there, right? So what I'll do is I'll do all this tedious work off screen, and then we'll come back, assemble the rest of it, and that'll be that. All right, so just get into some of the stuff here. Have you been keeping up with the Den of Nerds and Star Wars theory drama? I have. Let's see what he say here. You can throw an elf in the fireplace. in that AT-AT. So I have kept up with it. So here's the deal. And I talked about this a little bit in our members only thing on Wednesday. Josh Lucas, Den of Nerds, he helped me with the channel, getting it started. He helped come up with the name of it. I have no specific animosity towards Josh. I understand who he is. I understand what he's doing. What he is doing is entertaining. He wants to put on an entertaining show. He wants to be an entertaining host. And what he does in the process of creating an entertaining show is he's putting on a show. A lot of what he does is extra hyped and extra kind of energy, or he'll go into some drama to help build the tension, help build the entertainment value of his show. Star Wars Theory isn't necessarily a entertainment show in that vein, right? Star Wars Theory is a huge prequel fan. He's done some great things. I don't necessarily vibe with either one of them, nor do I expect that they vibe with me, right? So what I do here is definitely not what either of them do. And we're all different, and that's fine. It's absolutely fine. What Theory has done in the lack of any Star Wars content that he truly enjoys is he's kind of dove into the saber business, and good on him. Good on him. I'm absolutely fine with what he's doing. No problems. I don't agree with some of Theory's takes. I'm absolutely sure he doesn't agree with most of mine, and that doesn't matter. It's fine. We're still Star Wars fans. Theory's a good guy. Josh is an entertainer. And at the end of the day, Josh wanted paid for his work. Spending 3.5, 4 hours away from your family to help put on a show, Nerd Theory, he wanted compensation for it. And he wanted to do it in more of a fixed dollar amount version rather than revenue splitting. Theory was willing to do revenue splitting, but revenue splitting came up to, I don't know, maybe they would get $250 each, or maybe they get $300 each. It all depends on what came in on super chats and whatnot, right? Well, Josh wanted a specific dollar amount. I think it was $500. Well, if they only made $600, let's say for the only, how much I make a month doing this, I make less than $100. So, yeah, that's, hey, Baymax, I see you there. I can't pick up right now, but if that's the case, then Josh would make less. Oh, he just sent me a video. Okay, he sent a video. Excellent. I'll check the video. I was like, are you trying to call me? Too big for Discord. Okay, I'll check it out. Thank you so much. So Josh wanted $500. Let's say they only got 600. I make less than 100 a month doing YouTube. That's it, right? So let's say that Josh they make 600 in a night. Good on them. Well, Josh wanted 500. Means Theory would only got 100 for himself. Like he's paying Josh way more than he's getting paid. And Theory's like, that's not what he wanted to do. So they went their own separate ways. I think they're still both friends. I don't think it necessarily went down, super peacefully, but I don't think that they have a great animosity between them either. I think right now there might be some hurt feelings, there's some grouchiness, but at the end of the day, I think they're still friends. So that's that. I'm not into the drama of things, so that's me. So you sent me a video. Let's see if I can find it. Is it a video to show here? Or is this a video for me to watch somewhere else? Tell me while I pull up WhatsApp. I'm going to pull up WhatsApp, but should I show it here or should I, this for me to catch later? Oh, it has to do with the lighting stuff, right? Is it your lighting kit thing? Before I show it, oh, I think I could share this. Oh yeah, this looks great. I'm going to stop it. So let me stop this and let me do something here. Go into share my screen, or actually, I bet you I can do it directly here. Let's do this. Let's share screen, and let's pick this. Is it? No. Oh, wait. Here we go. Here. Okay. There we go. Is that better? How about that? It doesn't matter. Okay, so here's the video. You see, this is the outside of the cantina here. So this is what I'm getting ready to build, is this exterior bit here. You can see we've got some folks outside. We've got some folks sitting in the, waiting to get a seat. There's the front entry door. Got R2 and C3PO sitting there. There's the bar. So Baymax, how did you deal with the bar situation where it comes apart all the time? This looks fantastic. Great job, Baymax. This is great. I love it. Look at that. Yeah, and there's where you can put the lids onto the... Oh, there's the band. There's Cantina band. Look at that. Oh, you got Lando sitting in one of those. There's Greedo and Han right there. Fantastic. I got 20 tubes of super glue. Yeah, so you put it together with super glue. Yeah. This outer bar down here in the bottom keeps coming apart. it's a problem with the design. So fantastic. Thanks for sharing that. Thanks for sharing that. All right. Well, Skywalker Academy said I got 20 tubes of super glue. I don't know how Baymax, how you dealt with the joining situation. But all right. I think that's it. I think we're done. Right? I think that's it. I think we can call it a day. Oh, I left one thing out. Here you go. Bonus material for those who may still be hanging out. There's one other piece of information right here. Mandalorian and Grogu, these three Anzellans have names. They're Bai, Clang, B-A-I, Bai, Clang, and Keto. Bai, Clang, and Keto. Oh, they're the Anzellans that are in the thing with Grogu. So they've given them names. How much fun is that, right? So there you go. Yeah, Baymax probably doesn't have sausage fingers like us. Right. All right. Well, hey, thanks for hanging out with me here today. It's been fun. I've got to get back to work. I've got slinky fingers. That probably helps with putting this stuff together. All right, Baymax, Skywalker's Academy. All of you who were here today, I really, really appreciate it. I know we had Brandon and Sabersmith. Fitz was here for a while. I saw Pam Hill. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, Pam. The Sunty Fact Checker was here. What else did we have? We had tons of people. So, look, I appreciate all of you being here. Real Ben Maynard was here. So, I hope you have a wonderful day. Fantastic weekend. You guys take care. And until next time, my friends, Merry Christmas. And may the force be with you always. Bye-bye now.